Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be doing a short flight from Newquay up to Bristol. We're not going to be going very high again, probably going to be going up to about 11,000 feet. So without further ado, we'll just get straight into it. So I just want to turn the switch quick there. Obviously we're back in the Zibo mod, but we're in the 737 Jet2 Holidays livery. I'm just going to start programming the FMC. So I'll zoom on down to the FMC. Let's clear that. So I'm going to go into FMC, pause in it, route, and we're going to be going EGHQ or Echo Golf Hotel Quebec to EGGD Echo Golf Golf Delta. And then the route name is EGGD. I always put the co-route as destination, and we'll just activate that. We'll just put flight number 000 for now. And we'll do perf init. So just click that to get it calculated. 2.5. We'll actually go about 16 on the cost index. So obviously this isn't going to be a very long flight, and we'll go to 11,000 feet, and we've got minus 20. Onto N1 limit, and we'll do calculate that 45, and we'll just leave takeoff now. But in the meantime, I'm just going to turn on terrain. I'm going to turn on the VOR switches quickly and turn on terrain, and also start better pushback. So obviously going to pre-plan it. Sorry, pre-plan, so just enter.
Round to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you're ready.
And as you just heard, he is going to come when I press start pushback. So click that.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
And as I just said, the tug is now driving up. So flaps 5 for takeoff. That'll be automatically calculated. And we'll get our V1 speeds. So as you can see, V2 is 136. So I'll put that up to 136. And make sure you do turn on both flight directors. And as I said in my previous video, auto throttle can go on. We can put on the different autopilots that won't activate anything in a minute, and we'll also put our altitude. Taxi lights on, they can go on, they can go on, they can go off. Seatbelt signs can go on. Sorry.
The cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
So the cabin is now secure. So, well, we did already know that, but it's just nice to know. And it needs to be at 300 feet. And this thing's really sensitive, so be careful with it. And yeah, so as you can see, tug's just about to attach.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Okay, so we're pretty much ready to go. Just check all the settings are set correctly. Yeah. Alright, so more or less it. We just hop on the map by pressing M. Basically, we're just, and as you can see, we've actually got a couple of aircraft around here. We're just going to be going up. Well, again, it's just off the menu. The map, sorry, but it's literally here. And I'm not entirely sure which runway we'll be landing on yet, so we'll find out when we get there.
30, Alpha, hold short of runway 30. Runway 30, taxi line Alpha, hold short of runway 30, X-ray 20.
So it should ask us to release the parking brake in a minute. Maybe I missed it, I'm not entirely sure. But we can also set flaps now to 5.
So connected and bypass turning circuit. Release parking brake.
Yep, so I'm just to release the parking brake. I did do all this in a previous video, but I just thought I'd show you it all again.
Starting pushback.
And then he's going to start the pushback. And we'll just do a quick departure thing there. But obviously I think we are going to take off on the wrong end. So this is slightly right. So unfortunately we're going to have to take off and do a nearly full turn round because we have no standard departures here, but unfortunately that's what we've got to do. I must say I do really like this Jet2 livery. Flew it yesterday as well. So yeah, and I hope you guys all enjoyed the 3-part series I did recently. It was just a new way of doing videos, I thought, put 3 out in one day, so let me know if you guys liked that, and I'll do more of them. And once again we are back in X-Plane. We will be doing kind of more X-Plane videos, I think, even though FSX is still really nice, but I just find X-Plane a lot more easy to use and stuff. So we will be using X-Plane more, I think. I'm not going to contact ATC because they don't really do too much. And also Nuki's not very busy, so we're just going to leave it. Okay, so as you can see, unfortunately we're going to be taking off on the other end of the runway. But we will just take off, turn around, and connect back up to the line. Or I might just actually quickly just spin us round. Now we should be alright if I just take away the first couple of waypoints.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
So yeah, I'll just set the parking brake.
Disconnecting tow. Stand
If
by.
we just disconnect, so if we just go to legs and get rid of all the waypoints from FFDs, move that onto there. That should work better, I think. Yeah, that's going to work better, guys, so we haven't messed up too much. Okay, so that's fixed now, so we'll just wait for him to disconnect. And MD-80 has just landed, and a 737 is just taking off, or taxiing. You should be able to get away before him. I'm sorry for my sniffling, but I do have a slight cold, I think. Not entirely sure. Okay, so we should be disconnecting in a minute. Let me know if you do like this livery, because
Bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
So just let me know if you like this livery. I've never actually been on a Jet2 holidays, but I must say I do quite like the livery. So you might be seeing this a little bit more often. I'm just going to wait for this MD-80 to taxi on down. He's obviously going to take his time.
EGHQ to Alpha.
Okay, so the MD-80 finally moved. Well, no, not moved, but finished its taxi. So we are now just coming up to the runway. Runway 12 here at Newquay. Hopefully that Boeing 737 won't have taken off yet. Or be on the runway, that is. Okay, so onto the final turn in.
127.925. Contact tower on 127.925.
And we'll just go for takeoff. I think there might be another plane landing. Yeah, but we're just going to have to go for it, otherwise this video's going to go on too long. And one thing I'll say about X-Wade is the V-speeds are always reached really quickly. You just got to call out for 80 knots. We'll pull up and
E1, rotate.
rotate. So we gently pull up. We're going to easily get past that MD-80. Just to brake, gear up. Flap settings up slightly. Speed and altitude.
400.
There we go. And engage autopilot. And we're now going to carry on our way. Sorry about that. $1,000 there. Obviously, it's not going to take very long to climb to this altitude, but it's also not a very long flight, so should be fine. As I said, I don't know which runway we'll be landing on for a minute. So 3,000 feet. And it's just, if you just look on our little display, you can see the pressure has just gone from 2992, so you want to change that to STD to get it green. So, taxi lights off, and that's about it. As you can see, we're now on our way to Diddle, and we'll just choose our landing references here. We're actually going to go this one, flaps 30 at 136. I'll just quickly turn the engine noises down so you can hear me better. And I'm going to try something different with the instead of cutting the flight, I'm actually just going to put it on a faster speed and then play some music to it. So let's just see what you guys think. Obviously I'm not too sure how good it will be, but yeah, we'll just try it out. Okay, so 7,300 feet, just climbing up to 11,000. I'm not sure if we'll be able to see the ILS yet. Not quite, it's like literally here, when the map ends, it's literally there. So you shouldn't have to wait too much longer. Okay, so we're just about 1,000 feet off hitting cruise altitude. I'm currently holding at 250 knots. So seatbelt signs can go off at 10,000 feet, so there you go now.
1,000 to go.
1,000 to go, as you just said. And we're actually going to be cruising at 276 knots. I'm not sure if that's a 2% point now. Okay, so that's about it. So now we've reached cruise altitude. I'll leave it here, and hopefully you guys will enjoy the new addition to the video. So here we are at 11,000 feet, and I'll bring you back, well, with my voice, when we're just about to descend. So hope you enjoy it. Okay guys, so now we have finally been able to get the ILSs for Bristol, and we're going to be coming in on this one, ILS 09. So all you want to do is click tune nav1, and see now it's done automatically. So you just check it, 110.15 and 88. Yep, so that's all done. But now what we're going to do is we're just going to go back down to the FMC and go arrivals, and it was, what ILS was it? It was ILS 09. So we're going to obviously click 09, and when you do stars, just standard arrival, if you go to your legs and go to your last leg, which is D something, if we go to arrival again and click ILS 09, you want to go to the next page and we want to look for a D. So unfortunately this one doesn't have one, so you could just click any really. Let's just say I wanted this one and clicked it. If you've got an altitude constraint, that's too much. You'll see that it will just bring up a certain route. So as you can see, we're not going to take that one. So I think we'll just take just the ILS. Clear that. And you'll now see that there's our route. Go to here. I just want to get rid of the discontinuity. As you can see, it says we need to descend to 2,500. So we'll put it to 2,500. And then wherever the to descend point is, which we might have gone past actually, I'm not sure. Because so at the waypoint we're coming up to now, we should still be at 11,000 feet. So I'm assuming on this one the D cell is when we're going to start to descend. Yeah, because at Exmoor we should be at 9,000. So I'm assuming this D cell here, and I think it has got to descend in it as well. Because I think, yeah. So that's slightly confusing, but it looks like we're going to decelerate and begin our descent at the same time. So as you can see, we're not too far away, so we'll put seatbelt signs back on, and we'll leave, or we can put runway turn-offs on, and taxi just so we don't have to do it near the time. And yeah, we're just going to wait until we've hit that. So if we go on Avitab, we can find out exactly where we are. So we're currently going over or near Oakhampton. Sorry for the lag on that there. And yeah, so as you can see, we can just put prepare and descend. And the plane is now starting to make its final turn. But do just remember that you have selected your landing ref. Obviously I think I'm going to go about 140 instead of 136, but yeah, you can just change out those, you can choose out those three options, and just because it says the speed doesn't mean you have to go that exact speed. Obviously it's recommended, but coming from FSX used to be like 140, 150 landing speed, so it's a little bit slow to what I'm used to, but I mean, it's not too bad. So we're now on the final stretch to our decel. Obviously it's not going to be a very long descent because we're only at 11,000. Just hop outside again. And I do love this livery, it's really nice. The only problem with it is, if you can see, on this side we just have a teeny little bit blue. On this side we have full blue. And then if you look on the far side, you can see that one has the sun on it. And if you look on this side, this one just has nothing. So I think that's a little bit of a problem with the winglets, because obviously some of these aircraft don't usually have winglets. Let's just see if I go to compare and customize. I go split. Does that change anything? No, it just puts it there. So I think it's because Jet2 or this airline usually doesn't have any winglets, as you can see there, which is alright, but doesn't really look too nice. So I think we will just leave it with winglets on, or blend it to the two. That looks a lot better, doesn't it? But another thing that's good about X-Plane is you can just change plane in the air, which you couldn't do. So this is the other Jet2 I had. Obviously it's the Jet2.com one. And I do like this one as well. In fact, should we land in this one? Yeah, I think we'll land in this one. I really like the grey of it and stuff. So yeah, this is my first landing in this one, as I did fly the Jet2 holidays yesterday. But yeah, and I have checked the registration of this one, and it is a real one. But a problem I have when getting liveries is that they sometimes have like a line here, really noticeable, or they have a line on the roof, like going down here, really noticeable. And another thing, unlike the Jet2 holidays, this one has got the right winglets and stuff. So I think, yeah, we'll just land this one. So not too far from that 2 to 7 point now. Obviously that wasn't as realistic as it should have been. But I mean, it hasn't really affected the realism of the cockpit, it's affected the realism of the livery and stuff. But hopefully this will be just as good landing nonetheless. Okay guys, so as you can just see, we have just started to decelerate before the decel point. So basically, as most of you will know, you can't go over 250 knots under 10,000 feet. So basically what it's saying is, where the decel point, in the time it takes for the plane to descend to 2,000 feet, if we carried on at 291, we wouldn't slow down enough to be under 250 or on 250. So basically now we've slowed down to 275. As we hit the 2% point and we start to decelerate, when we hit 10,000 feet, we should be under, on or near 250,000 feet. No, 250 knots, sorry. Slightly confusing. But yeah, basically, as most of you know, or if you don't know, you can't go, well, you're not supposed to go over 250 knots under 10,000 feet. So just don't be worried if that thing, or if your speed starts to slow down. Okay. So once again, we'll just have a look at our legs. So we've got Exmoor. Once we reach Exmoor, we should be at flight level 9,000. Once we impasse, we should be at 4,300. And then those are the final approach settings, I think now. And that's slightly confusing because it's two of the same waypoint. But oh well. And then we're going to come in on runway 9. And just about to start our descent, because we won't be too far off picking up localizer, but we will just retune that one just to check nothing has been changed. When we come up here, we can see there isn't actually that much traffic around. But we did go see an MD-80 late earlier. And let me know in the comments what you thought of the new way of doing the route. Obviously, I'm not sure about the soundtrack. It was the best one I could find. So yeah, just let me know, and I'll start doing more things like that. Because obviously I'm looking to get the channel better. We have got a couple more subscribers. So thank you to Cabin Crew 976, who I think is French, if I'm correct. And thank you to FS Audio Guy for subscribing as well. And to everyone else who's been subscribed since I was like on 1 or 2 subscribers. So yeah, because obviously, as I've said, any money I make from this, well, we put towards stuff such as my PPL and my training, basically, because obviously I want to be a pilot. So I'd really appreciate any support you guys can give me. And as you can see, we have just hit our 2 descent point, and the plane is now starting to descend. And when we hit that decel point, we'll slow down to around 240, I'm thinking. Yep, 240. And if we don't have a really good rate of descent, really good rate of deceleration, then I'll just put the spoilers up quick. So I do want to keep this as realistic as possible. So as you can see, the altitude knows that it won't be at 250 knots if it carries on at its current vertical descent. So it's just going to level out, and there you go, it's now starting to descend again, because we are just about to hit 250 knots. So sorry if that's confusing, but I would try and explain it a little bit differently in another video or something. Or if you have any questions now, just leave it in the comments. So as you can see, on our final approach, we're going to hit Exmoor. We're going to make a right-handed turn, only a slight one, onto finals. And I'm actually going to increase our landing speed from 136 to 140, because I just think that's more realistic. We can now see the plane beginning to descend. And this Jet2 livery is actually quite nice. Never been on a Jet2 either. Only planes I've been on is EasyJet and Ryanair. But I would like to go on a Jet2. Another thing I did just want to ask to anyone who's been on X-Plane for a while is how do you get a wing view? Because obviously, as you can see, when you get into X-Plane, you only get this view, cab cockpit one. But I have seen videos where you just change something in the CFG, in the pre-refs text or the cockpit OBJ. But unfortunately, in the Zibo mod, I can't seem to find that. So if anyone knows how to get a wing view on the Zibo, please leave it in the comments. Or if you have your own YouTube channel, make a video on it. And I'll be happy to watch it and subscribe if I already haven't. But that will really help me out, because I really want to get a wing view. Not entirely sure on which side, not really bothered about which side I'm on, just need a kind of wing view. Okay, so now you can see we've increased the rate of descent quite increased. Sorry about that, I couldn't think of a word. The rate of descent has increased greatly as we have got slower. I won't start putting any flaps down until we're about halfway between Exmoor and the other waypoints. Okay guys, so as you can see we've now established the localizer, so don't click it too early because that's probably going to hang there for a little while. So now we can start putting flaps down, so we'll put flaps 1, and we're now going to slow down to 177 as it says there, because obviously it's saying we picked up the localizer, but obviously we're still at 7,000 feet, so don't click it now, because the chances are it's going to go down and up and down until we're lower to 2,500 feet. We've just gone into the cloud layer, so we will put on our landing lights. I haven't actually realised that, I've just gone into this aircraft. And this one doesn't have 4 landing lights, which is different to what I was going for. Just let me know in the comments if anyone knows why that is, because in the other 2, or nearly all the other planes, they have 4. So yeah, sure about that. They do still work. I'll just put those on, and because we do want to be seen in the cloud. So as you can see, what I mean is the glide slope hasn't actually been, well, it has been captured, just not properly. As you can see, we're not too far off overspeed, so I'm just going to put our spoilers up just to slow us down a little bit, as you can see there. And if you want to do it for reason, you can just zoom in here. And make sure it's green, because that means they are armed correctly, and also that just tells you they are up. So don't forget about them, otherwise it will greatly impact your landing. Okay, so I think we are just about to come out of the cloud. Yep. And I must say, I do think the weather and stuff in X-Plane is so really realistic. So that is a big thumbs up for X-Plane over Flight Sim, because in Flight Sim they're just fuzzies of white. So yeah, just another kind of compliment to X-Plane. And final check for ILS frequencies and course. Yep, they're all good. Okay guys, so here we are at 5,000 feet, just under. Not too far away, making our final correction for approach. We still haven't quite hit 177, but it is slowing down slowly, so I'll just leave it on until we reach that. As you can see, speed brakes are still armed, which is realistic, as some pilots do that if they're too high. And as you can see, the plane's now filled up because it is now too fast, so let's take off spoilers. And we'll click, once we reach 177, we'll click flaps 2. Because basically, if you think about it, this is basically like a car. Once you reach one speed, you'll then just put the other flap setting down. Once you hit that speed, you put the other flap setting down. So on and so on. So as you can see, we're at that, so we'll put another one to 167. And hopefully that'll start to slow us down. In the meantime, you can see that the diamond is nearly on the line. And this time that probably is going to be true, unless we start to descend again in a minute. So keep an eye on this, as now could be the time to click it, depending on what your intercept altitude was. So for me it was 2,500. Because although it's on the line at the minute, I'm probably just going to wait until we descend to 2,500. Because in a minute we should start to descend, because we're supposed to be at 2,000 feet. And there we are, we've just started to descend now. And we've reached the next one, so we'll put another flap down. Something like that. Put another flap down. quite know what's going on here, but saying that we're going to be doing some kind of loop, which we don't want to do. We want to be, yeah. No, we want to be on final approach. Yeah, so sorry about that, I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. But as you can see, the plane has now started to descend, because it's now realised, because obviously the thing had been set up, so we'll get wheels ready to go down. Once we've completed this turn, we'll then put them on. The plane is now going to take us down to 2,500, which is when we're going to intercept the ILS. We'll put speed brakes on, because obviously there's a slight incorrection there. And now, as you can see, the diamond has gone back up. So it was good that I didn't click it then, otherwise we would have been all over the place.
1,000 to go.
Outside, so obviously it's quite fast descent, but we'll get it more under control in a minute. And we've just hit 1,000 left, so we should be starting to level out kind of in a minute. So we'll put wheels down as we've completed near enough the turn, I think. Yep, we've got visual kind of, so we'll put wheels down. Wait for, yeah, and we've just hit. Our pressure needs to change. Take speed brakes off now. And once we've reached 157, we'll continue to put our flaps down. Another one now. As you can see on the FMC, it says drag required. So we've just hit 160 onto final approach. Slightly flaring, not too badly though. That diamond will start to fall in a minute. We've just about hit 157, so we'll put the next flap setting down. And once we've hit that approach switch, we will then be off VNAV and on approach setting. And as you can see, we're lined up the runway already, which is quite nice. And we'll just continue to put flaps down. But as you can see, it says 137. Once we've hit approach, 137 will come up here, so I'll probably increase that to 140, just because that's normal for me. Okay, so we're just about to hit it, and we'll click it now. There you go, instantly caught the glide slope. And as you can see, we've got the choice, and go put it to 140. So that's what I think it should be on. And we'll go flaps 30 for landing, because that's what our original landings. So we'll leave that for now. Okay, so here we are on finals. So you guys have probably already seen a couple of landings that I've done, so I'm kind of getting used to it now. I will be taking off autopilot earlier than I did in previous videos or in FSX, because I find it a lot easier to land this in X-ray manually, so we will be taking it off a little bit earlier than I usually would. Once we reach about 1,000 I would think. Actually a little bit less than that, maybe about 500 I'll take over. And we're nice and level now, even though we still have got all flap settings to put down yet. Just give you guys a quick little pan. I'll just get a screenshot of that. And I'll probably put that as a thumbnail. So we'll probably put final flap setting down Yep, we're good now. So we're ready. We'll go on 20. As you can see, we're not too far off landing ref now. So that's not too bad. 1,600. Never actually been to, well, I've actually been to Bristol Airport, sorry, and don't remember too much about it. It was an alright airport, but I'm just using it for the purpose of this video. And as you can see, we're all lit up like a Christmas tree at the moment. All landing lights and other gear and that stuff. And the landing lights are still on, so that's just a little question I had there about why there's only 2 in this one, but yeah. So 1,200. One thing I'm not sure about the next plane, it just begins to like I'm going quite slow on landing. I guess it does it from the top, but I mean, yeah, okay, no, maybe it's just me. I thought it was just going a bit slow, but it is. Just let me know. So as I said, I'll probably take over around 400-500 feet. Try and land this thing best I can. As I said, I do find it a lot easier to land this plane in X-plane manually than FSX. I don't know why, it just always seems to work out better than it did before. So here we are, guys, after a short flight from Newquay, the final stages of approach. And I've come up with a new thing. If this landing is a nice, smooth, well, not smooth, but reasonably good landing,
400.
I would quite like to get a couple more subscribers. Okay, so we've gone slightly lower than what I was going to. Okay, so we'll now take off autopilot.
200.
Light slow.
And we'll now land this ourselves, slight direction.
Light slow.
100.
Light slow.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Okay, we've touched. Spoilers up. Thrust reversers on. Brakes. Gently lower the nose. 100 knots, sorry.
80 knots.
80 knots. Release brake. Release reversers. And release reverse thrusters. And we'll slow on down to 40 knots. And I will do a quick instant replay because obviously I know you like to see my landings, but I also like to see my landings from another view. From what I could tell, that was pretty smooth. And we'll just taxi off here. And obviously now I would go and get all the luggage and stuff taken off, but this video has gone on for quite a long time, around 45 minutes I think, so I will leave it here after we've taxied off. Quite a nice turn there. For some reason I always mess up turnings when I'm turning off the runway, but this time I actually seem to be able to do it. This is my first look at Bristol in X-plane, and it does look quite nice. Okay, so there we go, and now we'll just go on the moment of truth. Don't want to spoil it, so we'll go a little bit further back. It's too far back. Yep, this is a good spot.
2,500.
Okay, let's see what this is like, guys. And remember, if this is a good landing, please do consider subscribing and also dropping a like, as it really helps me out and makes me want to continue making these videos. So I took over a little bit before, and that was that little correction I did. So this is where you're either going to subscribe or not. That's there. And nice gentle touchdown. So I'd say that was pretty good. Obviously you all have your own opinions, so leave them down in the comments, as well as I said before, doing that. But once again, a huge thank you for watching, and an even bigger thank you to everyone who stayed subscribed and is still subscribing. You guys are really useful and really make me want to keep making these videos. So once again, one little last look at the Jet2. Here we are at Bristol. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video, which will probably be in FSX, I'm thinking. Don't hold me to that, but it will probably be in FSX. So look forward to that, and there will be more X-Plane videos coming up in the future. So with that, I'll leave this video here. Bye bye.